All right, I am going to talk about the assignment 6.02B. Okay, and again, 6.02, we had evaluating a speech, which whether it's an assignment, and then 602A and 602B don't have its own lesson, but they are both assignments. Okay, I think those are the only two that are going to look a little different like that. Okay, so I went over 6.02A in the previous video. So we're going to take a look at 6.02B, evaluating a speech, rhetorical elements, and style. Okay, and again, there is no lesson with this. So this is the assignment. So you're just going to click on it. And, the directions are here. All right. But you're going to click on attachment, and then it's going to give you this PDF. Okay. And then it'll show up at the bottom of your screen. And then you may be able to open this with Google Doc or something within your Google Drive that you're actually able to type on. Okay. So this is what you are going to submit. All right. And you're going to do your assignment right on here. Okay. Just like the prior one that you did when you were analyzing Kennedy's use of commas. Okay. All right. So 6.02B. All right. We're looking at rhetorical elements and style. Okay. So we looked at the effects of punctuation in the prior lesson. Okay, so you are looking at the same speech. Okay, so we're not trying to give you a million speeches. We want you to just really dig deep in one speech and take a look at it. Okay, so the text is here if you need to read it again, and it's also in, I believe, 6.01 if you want to listen to it and maybe follow along as you are listening to it. Okay, all right. So here is what we are looking for, and these are things that are we call rhetorical elements and style. Okay, so repetition, you know what repetition means. We see it in poetry, we see it in speeches, we see it in song lyrics. Okay, so recurring words and phrases and sentences. So, why would this be an effective rhetorical device? Consider the fact that one of the most common places to find repetition is within song lyrics. All right, so in song lyrics, we have the chorus that is repeated over and over again. All right, and you might have other phrases that are repeated over and over again. Okay, so that's for a purpose, whether it's in a speech, whether it's in a poem, whether it's in the songs that you are listening to right now. All right, there's a reason for that repetition. Okay, so that's one thing that you'll be looking for in John Kennedy's speech. Okay, rhetorical questions. I'm sure you've heard of that before, and it's used to make the audience think about something. All right, you're not actually asking for the answer, but you want them to think about the question, and possible answers to that. But it's not like, your teacher asking you a question and you're raising your hand to answer it. It's kind of something to make you go, hmm. All right. So, why it's used to provide implicit answers to the audience. Why would a speaker choose to ask a question and imply an answer as opposed to just explicitly providing that answer? Okay, so what is that rhetorical question, and what is it that John F. Kennedy wants you to think about? All right, and just like in songs and poems, speeches have a tone as well. All right, tone is the speaker's attitude toward the subject. All right, so you first need to figure out what is the subject of the speech. All right, and then how does the speaker, John F. Kennedy, feel about that? Feel about that subject in his speech. All right. I would Google some tone words. All right. If you just go to Google and go to tone words, I get so sick of hearing, oh, it was happy, it was sad, it was blah, blah, blah. All right. There's more to life than happy and sad. All right. So let's see if I just come to, well, now I'm getting all of these kind of pop-up ads. That's what I get for trying to, okay. All right. So here are, and it tells you what they mean as well. Okay. So go through those. Once you figure out what is he um, writing about? What is the subject, okay, of this speech? And then how does John F. Kennedy feel about it? All right. He doesn't feel it's not a hilarious tone. All right. It's not amusing or funny to him. What kind of tone is it? All right. And then when you find a tone word or tone words that you feel go with the tone of the piece, all right, then what you need to do is you need to then be able to provide support from that, okay? So if I said it's this type of tone, how do you know that? All right. So let's take a look and see what our assignment is. Explain how JFK's use of repetition, rhetorical questions, and delivery style effectively convey his message and impacts on audience. Choose examples from the excerpt and explain their purpose. All right. Excuse me. All right. So you're going to look at repetition. All right. So all you need to do is go through the speech, all right, and find out where he has repeated words or phrases or sentences. So you're going to put that in there. The textual evidence, you are pulling it directly from the text, straight from the text. All right. And then the student analysis, those are your own words explaining, all right, what the repetition is for. What purpose is it? Okay, what effect does it create? So it's just asking you for one example of that. Again, find an example of rhetorical question, all right, where he has posed a question, all right, and what is the impact on the audience of this question that you have chosen, okay? And for overall tone, it's asking you for two examples that show the tone. All right. So if I were you, I would write subject equals. All right. What is the subject of this speech in one or two words? What's the subject? Okay. And then the tone is how does John F. Kennedy feel about that subject in this particular speech? And then again, you'll go to your tone words, find a tone word or two, and then you need to give textual evidence from the text that shows that that tone is what? Okay? Two pieces of evidence. And then down here, you're going to explain, all right, the textual evidence and its impact on the audience. So how is John F. Kennedy's use of tone, that is, whatever it is you're going to tell me, all right, and what is its purpose? Okay? And then you will go and you will submit it here. Okay? All right.